Hello everyone, this is Law and I'm gonna cast a game between TA4Life and Napalm. TA4Life asked me to cast this and point out mistakes, and that's quite hard considering that is Aeon against Aeon on a map with water, air and naval. That's very hard. Not only that's mirror matchup, it's also Aeon, and this map I think is mostly dominated by, I actually don't know, Cyber and UEF doing good in this map, I think. So both players start with land factory, and Napalm already going for 7 power generators before second factory. That's quite a lot. You can see this nice advantage of Aeon, hover scouts. TA4Life meanwhile goes for 4 pigeons before air factory, and this all is lined up with Hydra, actually 5 pigeons. Both players, this kind of old build where you build Hydro and at the same time you have this air factory. That's why you can build air factory with 5 power generators or maybe even 4, but Napalm does 7. So so far it's everything is even here except slightly more power for Napalm, but now we see Napalm queuing 2 land factories here and TA4Life 2 air factories. After quite some power, 5 power generators and another factory. Scouts from both players, actually both scouts moving down for TA4Life. That's interesting. So you can kind of say that for Aeon this map is just a land map, but naval units like frigates and mobile anti-air for Aeon, they really can support your Auroras easily, and also Auroras are pretty slow, and that's a 10-kilometer map, so also Auroras die to any kind of air domination if you don't have anti-air. So I would bet for TA4Life for now. And actually what I need to pay attention to that Napalm does first bomber from his air factory and assisting it with 1 engineer and then mostly interceptors, bomber from TA4Life, and now interceptors coming out from 2 factories. Well, this bomber already retreating. That's interesting. Looks like TA4Life abandoned assault on this bomber. Nice scout here in the pond. Wait a second. Just need to make sure that everything is fine. Okay. Bomber is going for Aurora, and actually there are no engineers moving here. Nice dodge. This bomber didn't kill anything as well, so let's see. Looks like it will be only 1 kill for TA4Life bomber. It's Raider, so that's not very important. I don't think Raider is really important here. It's more like power waste. You can do scouts, frigates, air scouts, and you may not even need those here. First Aurora from TA4Life in the middle. I'm gonna do a great job here. Napalm really will need to make factory here or make a transporter, and he's making transporter. Nice, because all engineers are dead, or actually no, he didn't send any engineers, so that's his plan. And TA4Life probably planning to deny any anti-air bots or any anti-Aurora bots with submarines, but Napalm doesn't risk as well, he's making submarines. That's quite strange decision here. Can't say if that's mistake or not, because you usually should not pause your T2 mass extractor in the middle of upgrade. You should assist it, and transport from Napalm is going on the top. He really should get enough mass for everything right now, and bomber on top for TA4Life. He needs to support it with his interceptors. In the middle we see more roars from Napalm, but I don't know. TA4Life probably have air domination, and it's good he is producing more bombers, so it's not just useless air domination. Great drop from Napalm. However, I've seen a lot of those drops before. Usually you drop like here in the corner and you have to build 2 PDs and factories behind, and then you just pray that ACU will not come with artillery, or I don't know, just really hard to hold this position against ACU. Well, TA4Life has a factory here. At least he most likely not gonna be pushed back, even if there are a lot of Auroras. Nice raids from Napalm already. Bombers unable to counter Auroras effectively enough. He is actually dodged here. I wonder if that will force frigate out of TA4Life. He actually just killed a submarine without losing any of his submarines. TA4Life maintaining air supremacy now. Napalm is ecoing. Let's see. TA4Life is actually ecoing even better. Oh, now that's good for Napalm. However, you can see like TA4Life is just going around and cutting reinforcements. It's dangerous, but he can get mass and kills and veterancy. It's PM for me. Sorry. Okay, continue. So far Napalm securing left side without any engineer, so he's missing those 2 extractors. So far TA4Life have naval supremacy and air supremacy and like almost every kind of supremacy he has, but he just has less land units on the right side and overall less land units. But you really can catch up to your opponent by making blazes. Also, a lucky kill on the submarine is just shoot a volley on TA4Life AC, and then 3 submarines come and finish it. Pretty dangerous play with ACU, but you can't avoid that. Making lots of artillery, Not sure if I agree with that. Trying to run to the back of Napalm's positions, but that's not working. I would say that early on Napalm did waste quite some power, but I can't see any other reasons why he's so much behind. Actually, like, he almost getting back air control, but air control is really important in the early game, and TA4Life still having this air control and killing Auroras with bombers, killing engineers and stuff. Oh, he dropped all engineers here and gonna make PD here. Yeah, factory on the front of PD. I guess that's not important. And now TA4Life is losing air control. He can still harass with bombers, I think. It's easy to harass against Auroras because you can just I don't know, send suicide bombers. Yeah, Napalm is kinda catching back, and actually you can see that Napalm have both sides and TA just have the middle. And now Napalm there was some submarine exchange here, and I think that wasn't going so well for TA4Life. Most of his submarines were damaged. I disagree with the choice of T2PD. I would even better well, actually, I guess that's not very costly, but you need obsidians and blazes. Maybe even depend on the power situation, shield. Well, yeah, but you can just do this. Shift G failure here. They all target same Aurora. That guy not doing very well. Only 2 kills, very unfortunate. Huge, no, not that huge air domination for Napalm, so that game is still pretty even. I wonder if there are any more upgrades are going on for Napalm, and to what kind of tech he's committed. He's going Tech 2 with his ACU. That will help him to secure this expansion on the left. On the right, expansion is very exposed, but looks like he's getting T2 factory, slave factory here, so if he will manage to get PDs here, that will be great for him. This frigate is, I guess that's not worth it. Frigates are good units, but there is major submarine spam. And now Napalm is using his air supremacy to kill that annoying stuff here. So far, overall, very low tech game. Both players just tech 4 mass extractors on T2. No swift winds, no blaze spam straight up. And now air fight that looks like in favor of Napalm here. Yeah. Bombers continue to harass on the left. And TA4Life is retreating with his ACU. I can't really say that he got. The whole point of sending ACU is to secure and try to take the site. I guess ACU may not help him to get the site, but it will really help to secure it. For now, what I would say is that players should try to reclaim more aggressively. This is a huge reclamation field here. Actually, not that guy is not reclaiming, but those ships are also worth quite a lot. And Now Napalm have a lot of bombers and air supremacy. Good harassment, and I don't understand why this is still alive after so many bombers. He just sends them somewhere else. There is still naval advantage for TA4Life, and he can grab some reclaim. Oh, well, he will still able to grab some reclaim, and maybe I'm just +0, but this game feels very slow. Yeah, I need to get ACU here. This is very bad situation here. So far both players just making submarines, Auroras and T1 air and some T2 land units, and in this position it looks better for Napalm, I would say. Not even sure why. I actually don't know. This is very annoying, but now he's making artilleries here. Securing his maxes with ACU. This game is really close and intense and hard to say anything. It's kinda a lot of mistakes from both players, because Napalm could do so much with his bombers. He just need to spread them out and control them better, killing engineers on this HQ, killing engineers on the naval here. Could, I don't know, try to assault middle. There are no anti-air on the middle. He could send them almost anywhere. Strange placement of T2PD here from Napalm. And he's putting his bombers on patrol. Let's hope that it will do something for them. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's good position for TA4Life. He will get some reclaim. T2 power started for Napalm. That's a very good thing. TA4Life really need to walk right there with his ACU and just back it up with other units. More submarines were dying here. Would be nice to reclaim them as well. I guess TA4Life have too much resources right now. Yeah, you can kinda guess by behavior of engineers. He have too much resources, and also starting his T2 power. What the hell is this use of T1 bombers from Napalm? What are they doing? What is the common? They're on patrol. Okay. Oh, this is actually very dangerous. Like the third thing you might think on this map, that you can just spam blazes, and Napalm were doing it for a very long time. Oh, T2 mass extractor is lost here. Not sure what was there. So very strong harassment with T1 land units for TA4Life. We'll see how he will manage to kill those blazes. Should have tried to reclaim them. He have his own blazes and 2 frigates and some bombers, but that's really hard to deal with blazes. They are very fast and they can dodge stuff. T2 PD creep against T1 PDs of TA4Life. That's very strange. Napalm lost navy, but he have blazes in the enemy base. PD barely can hit Only 3 of them left, so that won't do much damage. I would say it almost did mostly like psychological damage, not much else. But also he cleaned the middle, that's pretty important. On the right side, obsidians with mobile missile launchers breaking through, that's very bad for TA4Life. I don't know, he kinda went from the beginning for this air domination, but he couldn't kill drop here. Like, he had air domination, but Napalm did drop anyway, and he didn't even send any engineer on the left, so there were nothing to kill with the bombers. So that's quite strange situation, and maybe that's why TA4Life couldn't harass. But for now he have quite some reclaim in his base, but this is very bad for him. Actually some power here, and T2 max gonna get killed by obsidians. And now Spectre's cleaning stuff, and Napalm still keeping air supremacy and producing Spectres, and he's making obsidians now. That's quite strange, because he's making them in his main base. He could make only blazes here and make obsidians on that expansion. No sign of T2 Navy from TA4Life. He just going to spam blazes, or more blazes than his opponent. Does he really need this? Well, probably will be okay to get that second T2. He lost almost all his floating flags, so he have 2 of them. Yeah, but he can't bait enemy interceptors. Very unfortunate. And Napalm seems to be pretty aggressive on every front, taking and attacking, but this might be a mistake. No? So hard to deal with those AN engineers, but I guess with good micro those submarines should kill this torpedo point defense. However, single torpedo bomber can end everything here. Now obsidians, I guess they will just rape those blazes. That's very bad for TA4Life. He will have to go there and overcharge. He can't deal with obsidians. So map control is really going in favor of Napalm, but he can't get any naval. However, it's gonna be a long time before TA4Life will get any naval himself, and he under assault from all fronts with land units. And couple torpedo bombers will kill everything here and leave huge mass field here, and actually repairing here. Or TA4Life just doesn't shoot on torpedo defenses. That's not good. He will leave huge amount of mass here. Air has become a little bit more even, and first T2 ship for TA4Life is in production. However, there are so many mass for both players right now. There are so much mass here. I don't see much places for them. Oh, actually there are a lot of engineers. He can spend some mass there to make Spectres and continue Oh wow, T2 maxes here. Napalm can continue containing his opponent with Spectres. About mistakes in this game, I would say that TA4Life went for double air factory, while Napalm went for double land factory, and still I know this drop and how Napalm got both sides. He have T2 ACU here. He really have a lot of mass right now, and he just winning here. Triple mass income. But overall this game is really strange and slow. At least it feels that way. I really don't know, like TA4Life could even went for Harbingers from here, I don't know, because there are land assaults everywhere, Harbingers. Like Aeon ships will not defend you from land assaults. Cybran do, but Aeon, they will not. Actually, a lot of frigates are still alive for TA4Life. Frigates and one destroyer. That's the only thing that he has right now. But no anti-air, and I guess Spectre spam gonna end this game for TA4Life. Oh, those two guys, they're quite vulnerable. It's not like, yeah, two gunships can easily kill flag, so you will need more. Retreating with ACU from this position and not putting pressure, I don't know, on that right side. He really needs that right side. Overall, from TA4Life, everything was great, but he didn't got this right side. This drop came through, even though how Napalm played with his bombers. That was painful to watch. But he just had one expansion more than his opponent. What the hell? Java update. Yeah, I doubt he can win from this position. Now he's losing T2 power. This T2 shield was late to the party, and huge amount of vectors, huge amount of economy. Yeah, and GG. There is a second game coming out. Shit, I don't know which one. I wasn't following my chat before that moment, so if anyone typed anything, I couldn't see. I don't have my laptop right now. I don't even know how my stream is working or not right now. I'm pretty sure I'm recording. Okay. TA4Life against Napalm on open palms. It's again a mirror matchup, Cybran against Cybran. TA4Life blue on the left, top left, and Napalm is red on the bottom right. So what I do here is I place my factory one block to the right, and then when you place air factory you can adjust power generators to two buildings. So okay, both 5 power generators second air and 5 power generators second air. You can see TA4Life placing all power generators to the air factory, not to the land factory. It's almost worthless to place them to the land factory. It does some, it helps, but almost nothing. This scout is very early. It should not be so early. Like, first light assault bot could not travel so fast to... There is nothing to spot, I mean. So far, both players going for land spam, beta adjacency for TA4Life so far. He's gonna go and break some trees with his scouts. Yeah, second. From this second, someone queued some manual reclaim. That's what you do when opponent pauses the game. Two engineers here on factory spam. TA4Life's factory gonna be faster here. This build is not designed to assist your air factory with 2 engineers, so he will probably stall. Or not. No, he's not. He's making scout first, so he will not stall. Good map vision. I almost never do that, because early game I can't track my units here and here. So I can't do that. It's useless for me to send early scouts, because they just die and I can't. Interceptor second from both players. 2 engineers on power spam, I think that's a lot. And usually what you try to do is get hydro. You can do that even before any any major power spam. You can do it. You can get your hydro before that, and after you got your hydro, you can do that power spam. Good power reclaim here. So I guess very soon Napalm will waste a lot of power. Those 2 guys probably went through the trees here, so there are no good chunk of trees left, and you can see 2 different styles. Oh my god, that bomber. 2 different styles, like aggressive from TA4Life and defensive from Napalm. Actually not sure what those units gonna do. It's maybe defensive group or aggressive, and you can see TA4Life is sending engineers all over the place, like to the main expansions, but nothing going to the left from Napalm. Yeah, that's a problem for him. Wonder what's happening here. He paused his air factory, I don't know why. This is really like, even those 4, just 4 here, he already wasting so much. Yeah, I mean, this early power spam is too much. So that bomber is gonna be successful most likely. Oh, very unfortunate. Unless AC will start build right now. No, it's not. Mantis gonna be killed here. One Mantis can go through for the Napalm, but at least it will be spotted by a bomber. And TA4Life is making Hydro. Yeah, his economy is better. His economy is just better, and maybe he's slower on the expansion, but I honestly just don't know. Like, is that's look like a misclick here. Now attack move with ACU. Okay, now okay, that's much better. He controls stuff here. This is very bad for TA4Life. That will be a huge deny for that expansion. But he is also nicely denying stuff on the left for the Napalm, so both players are very similar. Rally points in the main base for Napalm, and two Mantis also gonna get through for TA4Life. Both players doing huge damage to each other, but I don't know, those units are even hard to kill right now. They have scout here. They can retreat wherever they want. They can micro around each other. T2 land from TA4Life. That's may not be good unless he will have. Oh, actually, you can see those two Mantis. What they just did. Imagine if all those units would go here and continuously deny this expansion and then even retreat to the back, while this first Rhino that would be up just in time, he would have to chase them to the back. But those units have to go back and kill these annoying raging groups at the back. Another Mantis sneak to the back. Very good for TA4Life. That's a problem. I also did that mistake. Like, I sent two strikers in my game against Cyber, and I sent two strikers against two Mantis, but Mantis won. You really should send one unit more, just to be sure. And transport from TA4Life. There was so much denial from both players on the side, so he has to make transport. Oh, that's oh, that's so close. He's not gonna escape. He could kill this engineer. That would be so important. A lot of units on the left for Napalm. You can see that T2 land might be a little bit too early for TA4Life. Not sure actually if that's actually that exact problem. Oh, what? Yeah, he paid attention. That's great. But time is kind of working against. Actually, since this moment, I would say time working against Napalm. He really need to attack right now. He need to deny expansions from TA4Life, because Rhinos, they don't care about T1 units. Yeah. Napalm still has no answer against Rhinos. He started his T2 land production upgrade. But you can see what T2 land did to TA4Life. He has right expansion secured with couple of Rhinos, but on the left he's smartly moving his units here to prevent run by, even making a PD. Actually, in case of air, well, that's kind of even, but much more interceptors for Napalm. This huge mistakes from Napalm, trying to kill ACU. It's just a mess, and Veteranacy here. Good defense here from TA4Life, and he most likely gonna rebuild his expansion and stuff. Oh, that's nice here. Oh, he dropped on the low ground here and gonna rebuild maxes here. Need to make another drop. Sometimes it's even annoying to move engineers from your base. You may end up without engineers. Still two mantis at the back of the Napalm base. They just sneaked from here to here and killed maxes, and now moving to the bottom. That's lack of a radar. Actually, he has a radar now, I'm not sure. They were standing right here. And huge T2 land advantage from TA4Life, but he has one of his expansions raided. And if those units sneak in, but they probably will not because of this radar. Yeah, that's great for TA4Life. He have power issues. Yeah, he have some power spam, that's good. What? That's interesting choice. I wonder what it will lead to. Looks like right side is belong to the Napalm. I mean, top right side will belong to the Napalm, and oh, that's very unfortunate. I would say TA4Life will need this Hydro. That will be so great for him. But this is also unfortunate for Napalm. T1 units against T2 units in the current balance. 8 kills, 11 kills, 3 kills, 8 kills, and one Rhino might die, but not more than one. Oh my god, those two maxes are T2. And that's only T2 maxes on the field for Napalm, and he built them here. I hear, yeah, hunters. You can see how he decided that he will not make mantis, because he just need to kill engineers and maxes. He will just make hunters. Oh, very nice drop here from TA4Life. He's dropping T2 tanks to deny maxes from his opponent. Later he can make engineer drop. Now these armies are much more even, especially because of Medusas, but still much more Rhinos for TA4Life. 3 of them were stunned for some time, and they're stunned again. Very strong Medusa. That extractor will be nice to upgrade, as well as this one. Actually, no extractor upgrades from TA4Life, and that may lead to trouble later on, but right now he doesn't need to. Let's see where his economy goes. Actually stalling like crazy. He's going 42 power while making more power, and TMD, he's in a bad spot here. He really need to find reclaim, and I'm actually not sure why he's in such a bad position. Napalm still making lots of power. Retreating with ACU again. Like, those are quite, I would say that those are same numbers here. Also lots of T1 power in random places for TA4Life. Okay, at least he is regrouping, so he can have good micro on enemy units. Right here, it looks like attack move, but he really need to deny run by. Oh, and Medusas, man, that doesn't again run by from the middle. I would, or was it from the side? Great run bys from this position. I'm really not sure how, but Napalm is really getting more mass and units right here. I guess better vision of expansions from TA4Life would help a lot. What I usually do is just patrol air scouts around my expansions. You don't need power for that, and they rarely die. But for now, TA4Life is really in dangerous position. Let's see reclaim numbers. And more reclaim for Napalm, even though he was attacking all this time. Now TA4Life, yeah, that's the danger I was talking about. Huge spam here. Oh, really need this group to get back here, because that's so many rhinos. They can easily kill walls and continue assault. Oh, fake PDs. You need a real one. Oh, lucky tanks. Gonna get couple more kills before they die. Good for TA4Life that he's still trying to go for islands, I mean sites. But you can see, yeah, rhinos just killed that wall. It's not enough DPS here in this T1 PD. Yeah, he's target firing, killing 2 walls, that almost a brick of HP. And he's following it with engineers. So again, in those mirror matchups, very minor things can decide, and that really was minor things that I can't quite see. Right now, TA4Life would be in great position if he would find a way to defend from those rhinos, but he's gonna lose his HQ, and he only have 2 PDs here, and some units are sneaked to the back. 2 PDs are actually still alive. They are not being target fired. Oh wow. Yeah, only 1 PD shooting and just 3 kills. Actually killed wall from this side and now going to other side. And rhinos are still streaming in. 6 kills. That PD did a lot of damage, but that's still not enough. Great denial with mobile missile launchers from TA4Life, but that force, oh my god. Medusa with 7 kills here, gonna get reclaimed. I don't know, I really don't know. He could get a gun, for example, because overcharging does work great against rhinos. They high value unit, lots of HP, 200 mass, and they are not so great against ACUs. At least from my experience, I lost a lot of games because I tried to use rhinos against ACUs. And actually T1 PDs are not enough for TA4Life, because Napalm is actually mixing medusas and actually makes them from his T2 factory. I usually leave some factories on T1 to produce medusas. Wonder what TA4Life has to drop on his main base in order to rebuild there. Now he's desperately using his ACU against tanks, but that's kind of too late. I would say if he loses this expansion, not even his main base, but this expansion, that would be pretty much over for him, or at least very bad position. He could try to defend here with walls and PDs preemptively. It was just too late for him. It's hard to judge, but yeah, it's hard to say why indeed Napalm had so much, but TA4Life had like mobile missile launchers on the sides, and Napalm got same amount of reclaim while he was attacking. I was expecting more spam from TA4Life, but like move order to the strategic positions of those expansions, I think I mean Napalm did deny TA4Life expansions for longer than TA4Life denied expansions of Napalm, and like TA4Life sneaked units to the back, but he didn't deny expansions so hard that how Napalm did. And that's this map is only about those expansions. Like in the late game, this comes into play, like those swipers on the sides. It more like later game, but you need to make sure that you don't die to the tanks that just go in. Hard to say, really hard to say. Like PDs would not really help here because he has medusas. He did good composition of Rhino Medusa. Just needed your own rhinos in the line, and with good retreat micro, with medusas and the retreat micro, like Medusa's shot and recharge and retreat, and your ACU with retreat micro, overcharge and retreat, and you could do good progress there, and like wall off, at least try to wall off some sides so enemy can't surround you, enemy can't spread out units against Medusa, enemy can't like split in two sides and raid. Walls would be nice, but I know it's hard to make walls when you don't even have nexus here, but this map is really hard, and it also was a mirror matchup, and maybe just a little bit fast. T2, it was a little bit too fast, and Napalm managed to raid left both expansions, kinda. Just hard to say. Yeah, like an advantage from beginning. I actually didn't see what was in the air game, like did any one of them build any aggressive air units. Mass in. From the very beginning, advantage to Napalm. That's quite strange. I didn't see where he got that extra mass.